How did we get in your house?
I don't know.
God damn it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Larry and Charlie Show. Thank you for joining us again this week. We hope to have some educational and entertaining commentary.
Huh?
Well, I don't know, Charlie. I'm trying to impress.
This is the Larry and Charlie Show. I'm Charlie, and this is Larry. Let's go. What you got?
Well, we like to do current events, and so I think the first thing that everybody's talking about is DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency.
It has been efficient thus far.
Headed by Elon Musk.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, he's only found about $500 billion worth of corruption. And the list of outrageous spending is so long that we can't even begin to talk about it.
Larry, what's that in $1 trillion government, man? It's trillions we owe.
Not 36.
36.
Oh,
it hurts. It hurts when I talk about it.
That's right. Well, the highlight of this week, though, when it came to DOGE was when Elon and his crew went into Social Security and started opening the books and looking at Social Security. It's amazing what they found. The first question I want to ask everybody out there, and if you could answer it by just right in the comments, is how many people do you personally know that are 120 to 129 years old?
There's some out there. There's people out there.
The record's 108.
There's some Chinese.
There might be. It ain't Americans.
There's a few Chinese. Come on. Be realistic.
There is 3.4 million people signed up for Social Security that are 120 to 129 years old. All right, 130 to 139 years. That's 3.9 million.
That is how many?
3.9 million people signed up that are 130 to 139 million.
What is the population of the United States?
325 million, probably.
And that many are that goddamn old?
That's amazing.
I can't believe it.
Well, actually, what they found out there was 398,000 people signed up for Social Security in a population of 325.
That's crazy.
Million. Yeah,
that is some craziness.
Anyways, that's a little crazy.
Well, Common Core math.
Yep. Now, these are the people that I wish would watch our show and comment because we would want them on.
I want to know, how old are you?
That's it. 150.
If you're 150 years old, let us know. We will pay your benefits.
That's 150.
Larry's going to pay personally.
150 to 159 years old. There's 1.3 million people. Honest to God, that's what the numbers show. Okay, 160 to 169, 121,000. I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm not going to make that.
That's old, man. I mean, that's almost as old as you are.
170 to 179,000 is 6,087 people.
And just so you know, we got a little sheet here.
We're cheating, but those are the
numbers. Take a look. We didn't memorize this. Beautiful.
Well, I mean, so if our Social Security, if we're paying all this stuff out, Social Security is going broke. The question is why are the Democrats, all right, so upset that we're going in to investigate these numbers?
Well, people that hate investigation, I'm a Sicilian, so I'll tell you, people that hate investigation are usually doing the fraud. You know?
We got verification of that. Just a second.
People get that.
Dems.
Let's go on.
The Dems are really outraged because today Donald Trump announced that he is cutting off Social Security for every person that's 150 years old and older.
Well, shit.
All right, so I mean, now
I hope they can make it.
Now he has no compassion, and he's throwing people out on the streets. How's he a Democrat? That's your Democratic Party.
This guy you know of living now.
Shit. I think it's my mother-in-law at 92. I think that's the oldest.
What's the record for the oldest person?
The oldest person was I think it was in Japan, and he recently died. He was 124 years old.
Why are all these Japanese people sucking off the American teeth?
Well, actually, that was the oldest person to ever live, according to the Guinness Book of World Record. All right, and then in that bracket, 120 to 129,000, there's 3.4 million people collect Social Security.
What's up next? Judy's talking to people in her own house, and we're about to throw her out.
Anyways, I got a little video here to show you. Okay, now this video was compliments of the other night. Sean Hannity interviewed Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and the question he asked is, "Why do people hate you?"
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Listen to what Elon had to say.
Why this rage against you now? First they hated him, now they hate both of you.
Well, I think we're seeing an antibody reaction from those who are receiving the wasteful and fraudulent money.
They're being exposed.
Yes.
Nobody wants to be exposed. When
I'll tell you a lesson I learned at PayPal. You know who complained the loudest, and the quickest and the loudest and with the most amount of righteous indignation? The fraudsters. That's who complained first, loudest, and they would generally have this immense overreaction. That's how we knew they were the fraudsters. Mm-hmm. That's how we knew. There's to tell.
Why this?
Well, Elon kind of, showed his cards there.
It's very funny. Any American that hates spending millions of dollars on bullshit is part of the problem. Who would argue spending millions of dollars on bullshit if you weren't part of the people collecting all the bullshit money?
That's the point, all right? I mean, we've got, I got hours of video that we could be showing you, we showed you last week a bunch of it, of the Democrats making total asses of themselves because, it's unconstitutional. We're in a constitutional crisis. Why? Because we're finding out that there's $500 billion so far worth of fraud. Right? All that money is going overseas.
You saw Mitch McConnell retired today. He's not running for re-election, rather.
I know, that was...
Right here, Larry.
That was outstanding. The only thing better would be is if he stood up today and says, "I'm not running for re-election. As a matter of fact, I'm resigning immediately."
I wish the turtle needs to... Well, in Congress, we're on this and blah. God, I'm so tired of that son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's amazing. But here's the interesting thing: Trump and Elon has said the same thing. What they want to do is give back 20% to the taxpayers of the savings.
Where is?
And
throw it upon me.
And Donald Trump has said he anticipates it's going to be over $1 trillion worth of savings. So the number that's being thrown out right now is that every taxpayer would receive $5,000.
I'm buying a boat. Buying a new boat.
$5,000.
Larry, we're going to Florida. Get us a new boat trip.
Here we go. Let me ask you a question. Okay, if you knew that you were going to get a check for $5,000 on the efforts of what Elon Musk is doing under DOGE and his crew, would you support them? And for those that are saying that it's unconstitutional and we're in a crisis because he's doing that, would you support them? Just a question.
Larry, I'm supporting him now. I'm very into it.
As am I.
And let us not forget, this is still, what do they call the let everybody's inclusive. It's the EDI or the SDM or the DO. Yeah. DEI. He's an African American. Let's remember that Elon Musk is an African American.
That's right. And those who are attacking him, all right, are racist.
Racism.
That's it.
He's an African American. He comes from South Africa. He is an African American. He's become an American citizen.
He is an American citizen. Oh, he's an American citizen.
He comes from Africa. He's an African American. Do not be racist.
All right. Introduce us.
All right. Now we've got Father Knows Best with my father, Charles Conforto. We're talking about DOGE, and we're going to figure out what they are cutting most and what's the best thing that they've done thus far.
They've been cutting a lot of things like...
Wait, start. You got the video?
Wait a minute. Is it on now?
Yes, it's on now.
No, it's all right. Well, I'm going to edit this. This is not on.
Okay. Well, they're cutting all kind of waste. Like
what kind of waste are they cutting?
Well, things in Africa and here and there.
So you're saying they're cutting waste in other countries. What do you think about the shrimp treadmills
I don't know anything about that.
or the gerbils in Taiwan?
Well, I think that's totally ridiculous.
So you wouldn't want them to give money for gerbils in Taiwan?
No, of course not.
Well,
That's
they're
not
not Chinese gerbils. He'd rather them support Chinese gerbils than Taiwanese gerbils, which is both un-USA and politically unjust. Taiwan is our great partner, and he's a terrible person. What do you have to say about that?
I think you're right. Oh,
What's the best thing? Sit down. What's the best thing that DOGE has done?
Well, they have caught a lot. They have stopped a lot of stupid spending that wasn't really necessary at all.
Right.
And a lot of presidents have said they were going to do such a thing, but they never really got around to it.
Right.
One thing about Trump is what he says, he does.
What's
Come
the
on.
stupidest DOGE thing you can think of that they've done so far? Like they had like several funny.
Well, the Doge thing they did that was ridiculous was Sesame Street. And,
Oh yeah. Sesame Street where?
in
In
Iraq.
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
No, Iraq.
You sure it's Iraq or not?
Yeah.
It's Iraq.
Yeah, Sesame Street in Iraq, and then they did and down in Brazil they did or down in South America somewhere they did a transvestite opera.
Let's just stick with,
Transvestite opera.
let's stick with this one.
So Dad,
Okay.
what do you think about the Sesame Street in Iraq?
I think it's a big waste of American dollars, and it's unbelievably crazy.
But imagine Big Bird. You don't like that?
I
Okay,
don't think it's necessary.
that's abnormal.
And I don't think we should have to.
What about the transvestite thing they did down in, where was that at, Larry?
In South America.
In South America, they did the transvestite thing. You don't think that's not a good,
I don't
you
think,
take your tax dollars?
I don't think we need to take care of those problems.
Well, I agree with you, Dad. Thanks for being here.
Okay, it was a pleasure. And go Tigers.
Get out of here.
Okay. All right, Charlie.
Comes Judy again with her bullshit all the goddamn time.
Okay, Charlie. Thanks for your input. Father Knows Best will become part of our weekly part of our show, and his insights and enthusiasm will get better. I promise you. The final topic tonight, okay, is the outrage that the Democrat Party is showing, all right, over every situation, especially Trump's nominees.
Can you just shut up and go on the other side somewhere? Jesus Christ.
Excuse us. Yeah, let's start. All right. All right, Charlie, thanks for your input. We appreciate it. Now, we are facing a very interesting situation because the Democrat Party is very, very, very upset at Trump's nominees.
Yeah.
They are vilifying them, calling them names, doing all this good stuff. But despite that, we have Robert Kennedy, confirmed. Tulsi Gabbard, confirmed. Today we had Kash Patel. Now, before we talk about Kash, I want to let you see what Adam Schiff, that's old Shifty, remember,
Shifty shift.
pardoned preemptively by Joe Biden because of all
How
the
do
crimes.
you preemptively pardon somebody, Larry? You've got to have a crime or at least an indictment.
That's the way.
There's no conviction. There's no indictment. There's no crime there. How do you?
That there's pure anticipation. Okay.
Because there's a crime.
Because there is a crime.
Right
I mean, the
there.
crimes that this guy
Man.
is pure evil. The things that he has done is atrocious.
This is the kind of shit that John Gotti prayed for.
That's it.
Come on, man.
Well, let's look at this video of Adam Schiff speaking in front of the FBI building this morning.
This is someone who lacks the character to do this job, someone who lacks the integrity to do this job. We know that. Our Republican colleagues know that. The only qualification Kash Patel has to be FBI director is that when everyone else in the first Trump administration said, no, I won't do that, that crosses moral, ethical, and legal lines, Kash Patel said, sign me up. In the first Trump administration, as we are seeing in the second, you rise to the level of your sycophancy, and no one is a bigger or more dangerous sycophant than Kash Patel. This political hack does not deserve to be in this building. He can't do the job. He won't protect the public. He will misuse the resources of the Bureau. He will weaponize it against the president's political opponents rather than protecting the safety, the public safety of the American people.
Okay. How outrageous is that?
Can we play a clip of John Gotti too?
No, we can't.
Listen. This is the speak of a criminal. This is terrible. This man obviously knows he's guilty. He's pleading his case.
As Elon said in our previous video, is the ones who cry the loudest are the
Absolutely. They are the fraudsters. And this is the guy that's telling you what he did without telling you what he did.
That's it. And he knows, well, once Kash gets in there, okay, Kash is going to let loose, and everything that old Shifty has done is going to become public knowledge.
Absolutely.
And then we'll all have to reevaluate the esteem we show Shifty.
What esteem do we show him?
None.
A steamy shower in prison?
We don't even esteem him. But
steam.
But one thing I know is that 20 to 25% of the population is going to love the guy because he's a Democrat. And that I never understand that. But
that's not true. Most Democrats are starting to shift this way. They understand. They're shifty as he is. They're shifting this way. And they need to shift because this is the party that's going to be for the American people.
I understand that. But there's still going to be 20% that are never, ever going to be. They're never Trumpers. They got Trump deranged syndrome. They got Musk deranged syndrome. They're just nuts. They're just nuts. Bottom line is this, people. Good news. This afternoon, the Senate confirmed Kash Patel.
And we're going to get to the bottom of this FBI, and people are going to get treated fairly. And that's the way it's going. I mean, we're not going to get to the bottom of it.
No.
But, we're not getting to the bottom of anything.
We don't know shit.
Except for the bottle of whiskey.
Yeah.
We're going to get to the bottom.
Well, I'm almost there. Woo! I'm almost there. So since I'm almost out of whiskey, we're going to end the show right here. Until next week, y'all have a great week.